Hello, it's Jenny from Ginger Ninja Crafts. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm here with my video for the Pink Bubble Cards Alphabet Challenge, and this is the G for Gilding Flakes. So, I have had a bit of a play because it's not something I'd ever done before. I didn't even own them. I had to go to the shop, which was a terrible problem to have, that I had to go to the range and have a look. However, thankfully they only had, that I could see, one pot of Gilding Flakes, so there was no dilemma over which ones to get. So what I thought I would do is show you what I have kind of found out how to do. I've had a bit of a play, and I thought I would just show you how to do like a plain panel, and then how to do it over a die cut to create a couple of backgrounds. And then I'll come on and discuss some of the other ways I've tried. Some worked, some not so much. So I will be back in a second. Okay, so for the very basic, what I've done is I've just taken a piece of double-sided tape sheet. I've got this Sticks 2-pack. I just bought it on eBay. I think you get lots of different brands of it though, but you got 5 sheets, and I thought it would be a good start. And what I've done is I've cut a 10 by 10 square black card. I've stuck it onto the Sticks double-sided sheet that's still got the backing on, and I'm just going to peel that off. I've just trimmed it down to size and then peel that off. Now, this is my shimmer flakes or gilding flakes. They are called Red Blaze. They're from Cosmic Shimmer, and I have actually done quite a bit, and it doesn't look like I've used any. So for the basic one, I'm just going to pick these up. I think I might use too many, I don't know. And just sort of let the glue pick it up. And I could use this as a panel, or I could die cut from it. Okay. Ooh. What I learnt was don't have your window open, because I ended up wearing some Gilding Flakes. Which, you know, that is a look if that's what you're going for, but I decided it wasn't. I think people use all sorts of different kinds of sponge. I had this in my kitchen cupboard under the sink. I used to have one of these scrubby things before I decided it was a big waste of plastic. But I still had like a spare clean, so it's got this sort of, you know, quite solid foam. I don't know if that's the right thing to use, but you just want to like buff it into the sticky surface. You can see how like multi-coloured this pack of Gilding Flakes is. I'm sure you can get ones that are a bit more, you know, all one colour. I think the range used to, I went looking for these at the range thinking they used to have a sort of cheap and cheerful kind of pack of like gold or silver, but this is what I ended up with, and actually I love it. But I think Tonic do them, I think lots of brands do them. So that is the basic thing, and then as I say, you can die cut from it, you can I could use that as just a background on the card, maybe with something black die cut or something on there. So I'm just going to pop this lid back on, because if I was to sneeze, for example, that would go everywhere. So let me just move this and I'll show you what I'm going to do with the die cut. So I have already die cut a panel. So this is a die from Tonic. I've had it for years. It is really handy. You can use it to stencil through. It makes a nice background. It's really good. So I'm just going to go over to my bin and run with using my little, this is a hunky-dory little brush. I'm going to get all these little pieces out. Okay, so there we go. I just want to check that everything is, all the little pieces are out. I think that's good. So I have cut a panel that was just slightly larger than this die, and I can see where I've stuck it on. I'm slightly longer at this side, so I'm just going to trim that down. And then just a ½ centimetre larger long ways and width ways, I cut another piece, and I'm going to use this to put the sticks on, so you can see me do that. So you'll see it's nice and easy to peel back. A bit wrinkly at that side. Okay, so I'm going to stick the solid piece down, because that is a little bit easier. And try and pop it right up against the edge. And then I think this helps, because the first time I did it without, I just cut it against the sticky bit and my scissors got very sticky. So let's see if this works. Like so. Like so. So then that bit comes off. So then you've got your black card with one side still with a sticky layer on, and I'm going to bring back my glass. Oh no, I'll do this on the pink first. So then I'm going to try and find my sticky edge. And pop that flat. So the problem, it is super sticky. It sticks to your fingers. And I'm going to try and put this sort of in middleish, so there's a bit of a border all around it. And get rid of these bits. Bring back the black mat. And pop that down there. And I'm just going to do the same as I did on the blank panel. As just sprinkle it on the top So what I've got there is the base bit of black card, and then I've got the die cut panel on top, and in between is that double-sided sticky layer. And try and, I think I do put too much on, but I do try and scoop it back up. And I'm sure over time you get a bit better at knowing how much you need. So again, I'm just going in with my little, well, I might do it with my fingers a bit first. And stuff it. And what happens is, it doesn't stick to that top layer that doesn't have the tape. So I can just check it's all covered. Yeah, so that is how to do a die cut piece. Exactly the same technique. And then I'm just going to try and save some of this. Put it in my little box. So that is how I have kind of used them for a couple of different ways. Now, from the panel, I think what I'm going to do with this panel is try it just as like a background, maybe with like a black silhouette die cut or something. But what I did do with another bit that I played with was I cut out some little leaves. I did a little sunflower, that's a larger one. I mean, they do really look beautiful catching the light, don't they? And there's a wee one as well. I just added the centre was in the same die cut, and it's Centura Pearl, the sort of chocolate colour. For this piece, I have tried that one before, and I made a bookmark. I do love a book, so I just laminated it and trimmed it down, and I think that looks quite nice. But also it could look good as like a panel on a white card base or something. So there is that option for it too. And I also tried with an embossing folder. So this one went through a leaf. And that turned out quite nicely. I think I'll probably mount that on some black and use it as a background for a card. Now, the other thing with the die cut was I tried like a more finer detail. So I did this leaf, and that came out quite nice. Also, this one, it had all these sort of panels from inside the leaf. So I die cut it again in black, and I paper pieced it, and I actually made that into a final card. So this is that finished little card. I popped it on a little bit of scripty background, and see how it's I've just glued them all in. And it looks really, I think the metallic looks really nice against the black, and I've used a tiny little scrap on either side for that, and then a little bit to mount the sentiment, and then obviously some Nuvo drops because I am obsessed. Now, so that was from all of that was using the double-sided sticks, A4 double-sided adhesive tape sheets. Now, I know that Christine's cards and things, she has had great success using double-sided tape, red liner tape, that sort of thing. And I haven't tried that out, partly because I've hardly got any of it left. I think I've just got one little narrow roll, so I was kind of keeping that. But the other thing I did buy when I bought the sheets was this Cosmic Shimmer Flake and Glitter Glue. Now, it said to use this on the back of the pot of Gilding Flakes I used, so I ordered it on eBay, and I didn't really get on with it very well. I watched a few videos, and I thought I would try it with stamping, because I have a lot of stamps. And I saw a woman make a beautiful sunflower, stamping a sunflower with it. So I used this sunflower stamp, which is a Julie Hickey. Julie Hickey Designs mini sunflower stamp set. So I used that stamp, and I was a bit nervous because of the glue. I just put a wee puddle of it on my glass mat, and I used a little sponge and dabbed it on. And the first thing I did, I'll show you, it's in the bin next to me. I tried it on a bit of black. Can you see that? It's like ripped because it's stuck to the stamp. I had a bit of a panic. I put it under the tab. I've got a little stamp cleaning bottle stuff. I used that, and that was okay. Then I tried it on vellum, and I don't know if it's just the stamp is a bit too fine, maybe. Not terribly exciting. Then I remembered I had some of this bonding powder from Wow. Now, I have used this for foils from Wow. So I used my Wow embossing pad, which I'm embarrassed to show you because it's a bit manky, and this, which goes sticky. And it was alright. I don't think the vellum is any better, really. And I did it on the black, and I thought it was quite nice. So I didn't have any great success with that. I don't think I'll rush to use them for stamping. But I really like this effect with the black, and I have quite a few sort of background kind of dyes. I've got a few from Creative Expressions, I think Sue Wilson ones that I bought. I think when I was quite new to die cutting, I went to the Glasgow Craft Fair, and they had quite a few sort of for a reasonable price. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll use them all the time, and I really don't, but maybe I would use them more in this technique. So yeah, so that's what I've tried, and the successes of the fails. But yeah, have you ever done it? I know that Christine's Cards and Things, she makes some beautiful things with strips of kind of scraps of our pattern papers with the Gilding Flakes in between, and it looks really nice. I think the Crafty Seas did some around, was that around Christmas last year? You did a bit of Gilding Flakes. So yeah, let me know what your favourite Gilding Flake technique is, or if it's just a wee bit too much of a faff. I think for me it probably is a bit too much of a faff. I will sneeze, I will leave the window open, I'll open the box with the fans on, and I will look like a Tin Man or something covered in it. So, but yeah, it was fun to play with, and I've got a few nice bits to try and make something from, so maybe the next video I'll have a few things made, or maybe they'll sit around on my desk for weeks, months, maybe even years. Who knows? So I hope that you are all doing well, that you've had a nice weekend. I am going to make my Deck the Year card for last week and upload that video, and I will share my exciting weekend and what I was up to. I was in Dublin, if that's a clue for anybody. Some people might know what's happening in Dublin last weekend. So yeah, I will be back, possibly with some a headgear, a piece of headgear to give you another clue. So yeah, I'll see you very soon. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit like and leave me a comment if you've enjoyed my video, and I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.